We're gonna find some answers here. This was the NA matchup all throughout the first season of this year. And now they come together at the start of the second.
Gotta get past one of the brightest brands in NA if you're gonna want to make a grand finals, see into the most dangerous team, M80, untouchable in this tournament. You gotta prove you're gonna be ready for that weight class after the hectic offseason that both of these teams have gone through. It's been a crazy beginning of the round for Wildcard. They've gotten down the vent, but at what cost? They've lost Peeping and Friend along the way. Exotic that's going to try and bull in. He'll do exactly that. He was an assassin on the pistols yesterday and was just so good. But where exactly is this bomb? It's going to be here back at the site. And Exotic, he's got a couple bodyguards around him to make this a clean defuse. NRG pick up a pistol round, pushing back against the Ts.
But I think that it's going to be a prove-it type of game for NRG if they can find a victory.
Bro taps through a smoke, he finds the South African. And they'll continue to bull this outside. I'm really excited to see Friend again today. His brights were so damn poignant in the games yesterday, but the lows were really ugly at some points. And, I mean, this is a guy that has all the cause to come into NA.
A little bit reductive, where this guy has been in the past. Down onto the B site, not a lot of time, but hidden away is George with this UMP.
Yeah, he's loving what he's hearing over now. Can take a Friend peek, but it's going to be a second too late. Oh, he actually got the denial on the plant. JBA going to be without a flag in this pull. Right here, got to get up to it himself. And goes for a bold plant upon it. Nitro just has to make sure he's going to be that bold himself. There's no other choice. NRG survived with 3 players here with Aether. It was really a tough one, but their obvious first kind of match back from LAN. You know, you're in an official that is obviously grinding away.
Are we
shots
for real?
Outside.
Are we for real? That was like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that is the epitome of winning ugly, is what NRG did yesterday on Mirage.
My excuse list is not too long for a team like this, so as it should be. I mean, they really have nothing to kind of pull back on. Those are series they're heavily favored in. Peeping, finding Bro here, and they are clipping them at the wings and at the head. This is exactly why you signed this young man. The headhunter for Wildcard pulls on the jersey, pulls up the Thunderpick, and has got a quad to pull the first round into red and blue. Plenty of North American tier 2 talent. But dude, against NRG, it ain't gonna be too free. Goes down there on the shoddy. He was trying to pull up to a fair fight. Smoke right back for NRG. This is looking like a really good round for Nitro and the Co.
I hate to put it to him after he hits those deagle shots, but why buy the auto shot? It's such a silly gun to be purchasing in this round specifically. UMP,
a great kill reward.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It just doesn't. It's $600. It's not even as good as any of the other ones.
Well, now you've learned something here, chat. At least a bit of a monetary lesson. Bro, he has picked it up and he wants to continue it. Exotic on that AWP. He's all the way at door and waiting for George to pull up. Fortunately, mess with JBA, you're not going to get a second chance. George has to square both of these players up who are literally just set up perfect vertically. Gonna be absolutely a disaster. You walk one more foot forward and you do, and you're gonna pay for it. It's 2-2. Some of the oppers in North America we currently have out here. Why not give it a roll of the dice? Why not give this guy a shot? Has a whole lot of experience. Playing since like 2016 to 2021 pretty consistently in the tier 2 in North America. Built up a lot of experience on and off. Gonna be Bro here right inside of Mini, who's gonna have to just do-si-do and can get a double into a 3v3 now. NRG recovered due to one foul swoop, and they rotate here to A. Stan tapping ahead away. That's their opper, and George gone. He's gonna dash down the vent on his triple, and Friend's gonna join him. Nitro in a mad dash.
Faked it. They waste no time, Wildcard, in getting the numbers punched in. Friend currently watching the drop down the vent. Man's actually joining. This is terrifying for Nitro. He's not going to be expecting both of them here. If he gets one kill, it won't be anticipated. It's not even the single kill for Nitro. Friend. And those in circumstances where he just needs to direct. Jordan's got support in the form of another player here, but only 1-for-1 for George at the 5-7. That's as good as you might get hope for it to be, bro. On the retreat, catches another, and now Carson's going to be in the back.
He's just seen the op walk over, and Carson has JDA that has just passed. It's going to have to be a tough task on the 5-7, but the one kill will do. Bro, right place, right damn time. He's going to see a sneaking couple. Doesn't actually lays eyes on, but had the audible cue, knowing that he's let up his timing. He's going to be patient with this. Stan and JVA, do they even sense it? Too late for Java. He goes down, bro, with the triple, and the Dane has brought it back to the CT side all himself.
But bro is very much been described as the Swiss Army knife. That is true. Put him in, and he can make anything happen.
Broke out of his second man. No! He might go down to his nade. Carson! He couldn't face the music. Exotic, he beats down with that AWP. And what exactly am I watching? Still in man advantage. Still the way of NRG. A 1v3. Sonic just standing around through all the chaos through like 2 smokes. Back to back there. Oh my goodness.
Now they're going to have to play for the deep side of this T half. One flash, and George gets nailed with it.
Oh, we'll have to look away. Exotic, living on a prayer. Got one out here for Santa's Law, but that was a short tune. Nitro, around unbreakable. He's got his USP equipped P250 more powerful. And now it'll be boxed out long range. Headshot puts Carson in a much better stance. He went down with a kill this time, and he died at least at Peeping's volition.
This is winnable. Shouldn't be, but it is winnable.
They're aware of his spot. Bro boxing out. Not exactly so certain. But bro, I mean, he is on a heater right now.
They settle in. Early utility to allow a cross towards secret, but nobody's there. It's full information. Bro was ahead of those smokes, so they know that they're not down secret.
Basic A hit, and it's just a little bit delayed. Here is the second layer. It's got to go. Nitro, he can handle himself here. With this A4, he could line up a triple, but Sonic, he's had enough of this. Carson, what a movement. Friend, he's got a chip at the end of this, but you've got nothing else to bargain. NRG are turning up the heat here on Wildcard's map pick. Quite a competition here outside, and it's swayed one way. Exotic, oh, he's gonna get crazy out here. He's pushed up all the way so close. I want to see if he finds anything on the other end. He's got Sonic with the hook, and he has just reeled in the opening kill for NRG.
The hard part for Wildcard is that there's
unreal stuff.
There's no conditioning out here. That's the issue. There's just been utility that hasn't had any bodies to follow that. So Exotic has been able to do whatever he wants, and now that continues. Opening pick plus, but Wildcard are down secret, but at a hefty cost.
Bro, what a rotation. Perfectly timed smoke. Down for a 15-second tally. Wildcard, what do they decide? Really good flash that pushes the Dane back. A Molotov that is not going to stop them. Oh, what a nade. Bro is bullying them right now. And he continues up at the buttons, pressing out 2 enemies. It's going to have to be Friend here all alone. 8-4-half boxed up. Whether the Bull has got anything to say about it or not, the bomb in his back, that's a bare minimum. But Carson up top, and they'll put a stop to this before it even gets started. What a performance out of NRG out of the gates.
That's the game plan. Pistols hot with some further performance for NRG out in the yard.
Need a 4K out of Peeping. Not particularly the pistol he did it on before, but right now he tracks the bro hop. into a 3v3. It's Stan that will find Carson, who was just the third in the side of outside. JBA quickly rotates down the vent. And it's these double doors that are going to be broadly fought for. JBA taps 2 heads and brought together. Going to have to be all the way up to 23 frags for Bro if he needs to get this clutch down. Separated from 2 targets, Bro could potentially do it. He's got a 20-second in front of him, but JBA has also been so hot in this round. JBA needs to hit the crown particularly, but Bro just gets away on the lamb, avoiding the cuffs of JBA again.
Oh, he wants to go for the double fake. And it's kind of going to become a triple fake because it's going to take so long to get through lobby. The JBA might start asking questions, but he's committed. Keep under the site. He walks into lobby too.
Read.
Both ways, JBA reads Bro like a damn book. Really impressive. Heads up call from the in-game leader. Now peeping, tested again. Ooh.
Bested. Nothing out of those pistol pressing. Fiend, you're going to get that out and figure it out? I did not think that was going to connect for Friend. And it's all going to be up to Sonic here. What a turn of the tides. And a pace-setting round. The tone slap down. Let's see if Sonic can set it. Bro, he will make Sonic regret it. Just turns around. Go for a tone-sitting A-hit themselves. It's Stan that's going to be in the same position that Nitro did so well in the first half. Here comes that utility, and it's just blown off the set by Bro. They're going to be carrying this out into the bomb site here. JBA is going to need to find a whole hell of a lot. He's got one to keep Wildcard on the hook, and Friend with great timing as he can just fade out. George, he's found JBA, and now Nitro's caught up. This next kill has it all to do. Thankfully, Peeping has kept them in the round.
He has, but it's not over yet. He and Friend are going to have to work their way back.
How quickly Peeping can just hop back up into this. It's not going to be quick enough. Friend, he's going to hear a hold of this going on. Carson shouldn't drop. Might expose his position, and the Opera is found out. Peeping rotating in from ramp. He's going to have no chance at the ladder here. Quickly held, would have to be a ridiculous timing. Carson sees up the ladder and punishes his former Nouns teammate. He gets that done. And I mean, what type of member is that? And already in the vent, it popped down pretty quickly where they seem to be headed. Friend doesn't exactly get in line through, but a nade pulled and Sonic bested. Why go all the way down when you could just turn this into mini right here and just wallop the rest of the A site? Stan tiptoes out of this vent, needs to try and get a double here. Bro, he figures it out, and Sonic just turns toe. JBA needs to be the hero that he was in this pistol round, but a caped in fire, and at the back of this bomb site, waiting for Peeping's rotation. It buys him a little bit of time. Peeping can still do it, and he does. All the way on par, the rotations work out. The hero from ramp has got an eighth.
Might be a bit of surprise in that same spot.
Yeah, they got more than they bargained for here. Friend, just one and then done. Peeping probably too late. Missed Molotov. Sonic pushed back. Rather, a decision to be made here by NRG, and it needs to go large. Or else this is about to be just the A site swept up. Sonic, it's the first that is put out. Stan, he's alone with an MP9. I'm afraid he needed his South African help over at the door. Stan tries to revisit this, but now they have a bag back to B, a Molotov back in the hut, and the bomb picked back up. But JBA, here's this timing, and JBA will attempt this. He has to. At full belt utility. Could just try and disrupt a little bit of a timing here, as that is the end goal.
He's got a kit included. The time really of no issues. Smoke's going to go down so that they can get that planted. More unopposed, bro. Ooh. I've been talking about him as the saving grace for NRG all day, all game.
Are all that Wildcard have to offer to keep their map pick hopes alive. Not where I thought this situation would sour. Nuke one of Wildcard's best, and there wasn't even a worry yesterday versus LAG. Today, they look like a different team versus NRG as they look to ramp up into a grand final. Sonic and Stan, looks like they're holding on, trying to chase down Sonic. Going to be a blood sport effort down here on B by 2 of these targets. Bro going to be all alone now, and they are cleaned up. Wildcard are still holding on, but it's going to take one hell of a tow to get them all the way to overtime. JBA was the only man that had a response for it. Stan is in a nice spot to avoid this. But how does that put you out at the back of the site? JBA going to have to hit his shots up top. He avoids it, but right now is going to be caught on the pathing. Bro says this is too easy. Vincent, you serve this up on a golden gate for him. This could be exactly where the pop can take over, and it does.
1v5 for the game. Peeping has no choice. He must push in, push forward. But I think no. I think near impossible. He's not even got a kit, but I'm pretty sure that Stan had one.
A whole lot of noise here. Old Peeping will see what he's got. Maybe a tag for it and a little bit of respect. And NRG can just take hands off keyboard right now and ride this one away. They do. They ride it away with a deadly pop in the 13th on the board right there to drop Wildcard's map pick into their basket. That's not how we drew it up.
It was Blue Jays, I think, that they played in the Revival series, and it wasn't good, and it's on to NRG's home turf.
Well, I mean, that nuke looked downright bad, and unfortunately, it was Sonic that really struggled. He gets sent out here to die right at that top middle pace, running it down. They got this figured out, and they turn this table right into lower, and they're winding this wheel potentially up into the bomb site. Nitro, he's seeing the line of scrimmage at the double door, and just towing with them, playing around, and Stan is going to be seeing this all firsthand into the B-bomb site. Exotic as JVA. Next up, Carson has found Friend, and they just box out Wildcard. NRG are here, and this looks serious. This looks stunning. Looks like they're looking back towards lower, and at this point, it could potentially check back into double doors, but it's an obvious path from Cat to A and connecting back from Nitro. He's going to see to Stan's investigation. Who saw that one player? They know that now, so you got to deal with it up close and personal. Friend seeing this all back to Peeping, and he's telling him that they're coming, whether he likes it or not. Exotic, he wins this fight without even an effort back. And now stepping into the site, the rotations have thrown them all the way off. What one hell of a round on a roller coaster. And Wildcard whipped around. He went back from A to B. Friend gonna have to be ready for this. Previously was Peeping alone in a spot right where Friend will drop, and he's actually gonna get one on the fold. Peeping gonna try and continue, and he does, refreshing with the HE grenade, and he is keeping Cat up in his own control. 46 HP, and he's gonna have to avoid the Molotov. Peeping here, flaming out, but it's Sonic that gets that headshot onto Exotic. It's a really good turnout here for Wildcard.
NRG, I feel like they're searching for something there, and they're going to see what they want. They're going on this.
They are. It's straight out going to be a problem here for Sonic, who's going to have to manage it at this type of territory. George waiting in the back lines here for something as Sonic, he's taken out, and Stan continues. George is going to find nothing here through upper, as it's all going to be in front of Exotic here, and he is going to get cleaned up. Missed the action. George wondering what the hell happened. And it's a 1v3 back right now with no step about it. Keeping staring him in his soul. May not have got eyes on. And now we'll put him down. It is Peeping with a very nice stint at this B site. The rotation's over.
Best things that they can do, it's this like fake towards mid B and the pivot to Cat. Or vice versa. They're really good at this.
Molotov is going to be right behind them. Peeping. He's served up on a T, but he can't even find the time. He got that flash, and he was waiting for the wind-up. He couldn't even go. Ran over. It is a paved path for NRG up Cat into A, and Peeping, well, he wants that try back. He didn't even get to have a feeling about it. Friend all alone as a quick skill for 2, maybe as a matter of a fact, a 3rd, but there's no way he's getting out with this. NRG, a bully back. But the numbers are in position for Wildcard, and with one more smoke in the belt, that's going to be what's necessary, but they audible at the line and they quickly snap somewhere else. They're going to be right out here to a B play, mid to B, with one just stint at upper tons. They have Bro that's going to be coming in the back line, and JBA, he's standing on time. He's got this headshot, and Bro has been wiped off the map. JBA has stood tall when he had his number called. It's Wildcard that survived and bring this thing back to a tie.
I mean, yes, JBA deserves some credit, but the NRG, what is the spacing? Just really flat out bad.
In the next couple of months, obviously, they went through Challenger League and they're qualified to Pro League. M80 took that other spot, right? Like, I mean, imagine they just add one more qualification to their catalog and take one more opportunity away from Wildcard. Friend here, he's put himself in a box and just unlocked by Exotic quick trades. And I mean, he's been the one pulling this through. It's all in the Tech 9s and just on A1S picked up to George. Keep in mind, but it's 20 seconds. And Stan, he's going to be right front in the sight, executes Carson. Exotic right around the corner. A flick shot all the way up. Going to have to be JBA again, who was just dinked up. Exotic barely tracks him, barely misses towards CT. It was so close. And the volley burns. JBA has done it. And he's going to survive on the platter just in time. George, he gets sweet revenge, but how bitter it will be.
Wildcard lose everything, and it's obvious. Wow. Minute 30, and their utility belts are very low. Oh, this off angle from Friend. This is scary.
Maybe not for two, though. Yeah, that's going to be tough. One and then done. That's a close call, close positioning. Get this up to a nice state, though. Really good opening play by Peeping and Sonic together. And they're going to have to make it happen again. Sonic on this FAMAS is now going to be all on an island. Has this pressure seen in by Bro on Catwalk? JBA and Stan have to investigate this right now. And it seems like they're more interested in what Long has to offer. Sonic, he was trying to clip that up on the front end. That's why they didn't respond. It looks like they're turning tide and saving Face Sword's Cat. They just made contact.
Exotic's got to shepherd this device up onto the bomb site. He's currently worried about Long, and how long does he wait that out? I mean, now he knows, but question is it too little too late? I think the lack of plan is telling Wildcard different stories, but now they're going to be locked in on this location. JBA at half HP. He's the one with the kit. As Exotic gets the reload, there's no question of his location, no question of his position.
Back in the limelight, and that's when Exotic has his best moves. But right here, he may just straight up get timing. Has to know that this is possible from elsewhere. Reconsiders, but it's a 1, and you would have to face it into 2. Stan found the kit. Now we'll find it a fuse.
That was the first really convincing round I feel like I've seen in a while from Wildcard, though. So we'll see. Check in a round or two. We'll find the answer for you.
Oh, it's Peeping that just hopped up on the box. But thankfully, Sonic was such a good spam. They have to find him eventually. And Friend, he has one more around that. They continue to just spray and pray. And boy, have they gotten out with the blessing. They got Friend outside of that. And they got Sonic down to 13. They will just swap out right here. JBA, he needs to have
Rendezvous up. Catwalk now. Sonic given all of Stanislaus' utility, too.
He just got an audible cue on a somebody. They're reading it well. Sonic off the flash is caught out by Exotic. JBA needs an even better hold here in the A site. He wants to net himself a little bit of cover, but they are already just mortaring his positioning. There is a Molotov and a nade right on top of his head, and he has room to breathe here. Nade onto the IGL, but they still got to get this bomb down, and a tap on his stand. JBA is going to need to do huge things here as he is still taking down Bro. The bomb is down within this bomb site, and JBA continues to be a hero. But the S ripped off his chest as Exotic is back, and he is already making its impact.
And to be honest with you, NRG almost started to fumble that. They play it patiently, play it close to the vest. Wildcard work with all the maximum amount of information, and Exotic! Show me more! I'm so excited to see what this guy can provide as we continue down the road of Dust 2.
He's just turned up NRG. Sonic backs up. In the first half, man, he cashed in all his tokens.
31, if you were counting.
All right. Appreciate that. Fact check.
Pushes up glasses.
We need that, though. We need exactly this. A new op talent in NA. It's like the new Coca-Cola. It's not exactly new. He's been brought back after 4 years. It was Nitro in an interview over at Fragadelphia that was talking about getting him back into the meta because he already understands the game. That much was clear. He was ready to go. That's why in his first tournament back, he was the damn MVP. What is he being called out through the smoke right there? He gets spammed up quite a lot. Carson with a full house between him and his duo. Well, we've seen the struggles both on the op and the rifle. He's going to need to bring it into another gear, excuse me. Stanislaw is about to pitch this out middle quickly. Exotic waiting. He has been such a stylish pistol player. Another smoke out, and they're just going to bring it right to him. Fortunately, they've got the positioning for it. Nitro and Bro here still left in the site, and they have a player investigating into the tons. Nitro and Bro, they get off 2 kills clean. Peeping and Stan, they wait on the other side, just stunned. Stan is a great shot, but now doesn't even have a thought in his brain. Beeping, he's flying for it, but now will be decked, his wings cut off. NRG, they have the ticket into the second half. I mean, I'm sure Daps and the boys going to be very happy about point at which they get to stand still. 6-8 right here. And Nitro on a particular function, well, he's excited about what's to come on this CT side, especially from Exotic. He's emptied out here right quickly to cause through 20 seconds, and Wildcard will not pause. They're going fast here and just flashing out middle. Sonic taking some real estate, and JBA, he manages well. This is a perfect balance between middle and B, and they are just going to get into B site without anybody from CT giving it an option. You just got to save those guns.
Yeah, I mean, call this a dream round. There's just nothing gone wrong.
Wildcard will not pause. They're going fast here and just flashing out middle. Sonic taking some real estate, and JBA, he manages well. This is a perfect balance between middle and B, and they are just going to get into B site without anybody from CT giving it an option. You just got to save those guns.
Yeah, I mean, call this a dream round. There's just nothing gone wrong. Talked about Friend on a op with no armor, but he nails it. Exotic takes the mid swing and suicide. Friend puts him down. And it's a fast reaction. NRG can hear all the stomping up middle, the flashing, the scaling that's being done towards mid doors. And so they double push upper. Both George and Carson go down one by one. Ball at the hands of JBA. Now the search moves forward. They know where Bro is. Take him out. Nitro, the only survivor. See what they do with it. Dribble up. Get into position. To catwalk or wildcard. Heavy stack at the moment, and that's bad news because Bro goes down. Now the NRG can't really afford to just sit and wait on B. They need to get active, but Nitro, he can't afford to be the only A player to move. Gone from bad to worse. Now Exotic has it all to do. He's got Carson next to him.
And with this flash right forward, there's still going to be this quick adjustment out of CT. And it's Carson that is going to walk this up silently. Nitro makes this contact, and it's just an opening, a gap for Carson to slip his way forward and cause this chaos! Talk about a turnaround, a 180 that throws Nitro out of the club, popping onto this bomb. Another smoke down, and Friend is taken care of. Carson the King, he is here, and what a damnation you put up right next to Exotic.
NRG, find a miracle.
Exotic flashed off of the corner. Gotta be able to support something like that. Exotic took away on the fade. And now we got this Nitro AWP. A sight for sore eyes. Coats his will at the top of A site. The Wildcard continue to press. They've dropped the AWP holding player. He's got Stanislaw out of this to work. JBA, he's got the smoke and he's flanking Catwalk. Peeping that's going to move this forward. And Molotovs that they're going to have to take seriously, trying to get this done. And they get a flash all the way up. This is catching Nitro off guard. Peeping is going to have to take this to the next level. And he does. Onto the double box. It's a quad kill out of Peeping. He stands here and he plants the flag for Wildcard into this site. Handed the baton of the bomb and it's going to go down. George going to have to attempt this all on himself. All on its lonesome, hopping up to the box, and it's Peeping with the guillotine for the ace. Another highlight for Peeping in this affair, and he's got all 5. He's got 15 frags and a tied game for Wildcard.
Time for Exotic to step forward. He's looking long. He's gonna take a shot. No, it's Nitro. Excuse me.
The jump spot. In his position known, it is Peeping that will just rip off his dome. Right find out long. That's the anchor gone. And that real estate purchased out here for Wildcard. Got this boost developing up on Catwalk. And Exotic and Carson, they got no choice to make the most of this play. Hopping up, and Sonic is gonna deny. Is there that second effort out there by Exotic? It is. And it's not for long. It's Sonic that just punishes for it and shows his brawn. But look at this. It is Bro that can flex too. And he's got back-to-back headshots, trying to whip this back into a realistic position. But as he loses George, he may just consider his transition out with this op to an 11th. He'll give up.
This is looking like map 3. This is looking like overpass.
He's not going to not give it a look at least.
I think that he's just not got anywhere to go. That smoke's going to give him solace, some reprieve from the pressure that ramped up time after time.
Got this bomb. Got JBA working by himself here for a mid to B. And this has to be a full consideration to the end of this map. In the note that this is where they're going to get it the best. Sonic, he just runs over Bro. And now Wildcard ramp up into a third map. It's going to be overpass here on our tally. Unless Carson has something magical. And he just does not. Nitro, you've known him for his flashy plays. Some of the best moments in North American history are rosters that he's led on results on overpass. He's going to have to do it here in the orange. Being forced to go all the way to 3. Not on the tally, not planned to go this way. Both map picks stolen in the opposite directions. We've got overpass in the very first official for both of these rosters.
Well, I didn't expect to be here, Mark, but what I have in the cards here is a damn good overpass. We're getting things rolling. NRG out, and it's Wildcard off to the races onto the B site. Peeping, he's exactly where he left off. Entries, and that duty is exactly what he delivers. JBA right up next to him, and Wildcard, they wipe NRG off the face of the B bomb site.
And this is just going to be a chess match here early in overpass between two great IGLs. Obviously, you know them well. Stan and Nitro here. They've likely met many times over the history. In this version, for the very first time, brought back into the map pool. It's one that, well, they're going to have to get right. Because potentially, they could see it tomorrow versus M80, either of these sides.
Bro taking a step forward. He's got some support. That flashbangs was meant to send him in, but I think he got blinded by it.
Keeping going to be shot out of a sling right now. Exotic staring back. Bro taken care of. Still got Nitro over here at the first flower pot. Exotic, he's got one out and he will drop. And those are quickly construed. Easy save call out here for NRG. So far, these executes. One in the pistol round, one right here in the late on the first rifle. And it's looking really good for what Stan is cooking up.
It looks well drilled, actually, and that's mind-boggling because, I mean, Wildcard this iteration have had like a week.
Playing alongside JBA and Stan. When they were Forsaken, they played whole lot of overpass, and in the original iterations of this wildcard team, that remained true. So dust off that playbook. One that has provided plenty of success for Stan over his career, and will have to do so, continue to go in this third map. It's a little bit shaky for wildcard. He's won a lot. I remember one when Stan was wearing an Optic jersey, but dude, I'm like reaching into the history book on that one. The social studies. So here comes Carson getting a headshot. His class is in session. I gotta find a bit of protection to put this bomb down. And now that timer is online. Carson finding friend out with the USB. What the hell are they construing here? As all it's gotta be Exotic to meet his time. Be the disruptor. Keep peeping and stand occupied if that's what it takes. He hasn't seen head, and it's peeping that he's still just a menace to society here. Two without a second thought about it. And Exotic, he's going to come walking up, and well, rude. Stanek, he'll protrude all the way from CT and trip up Exotic.
Don't ultimately connect it thanks to peeping, but NRG now, Exotic's off, back in business. See what they can do to stall Wildcard.
Bro's got Sonic up top. Looked like Bro is about to just make this a quick series the way he was playing on Nuke.
A desire for them to hit the B bomb site. Involved in that, friends currently watching and waiting, but George catches peeping. And it's going from bad to worse right now. Two-man disadvantage.
Smoke into the pipe, and they're going to swing on this. He should have to line up. Nitro will swing, and Friend will have one. Probably more than he bargained for. George gets that all the way out here, and it's the first up for NRG. Seemed like a very nice Keen into a nice B start, Vincent. They have all this short control, and they refresh towards long. Bro gets that kill, and they have to worry about long bathrooms right now, and Exotic tees off.
He's dropped the bomb, too. Bro has control of it. Two more coming around the corner. Calling in the cavalry as well. Exotic can swing off a moment's notice, and Carson collects JBA. It goes worse to worse. Peeping, a survivor with his in-game leader. They've collected the bomb, but it's still a long way back. Especially with deep positioning for George in connector.
Peeping will walk this way. Deals with George in a 1v3. He knows that Exotic is right above him. And not a chance in hell at this time. He'll go back and find a little bit of security. Peeping out here, getting Carson in, but it could be a trio out in connector. Bro finally dealt with. He's got to stand aware of the situation in the MAC-10. Can't make it work. Sonic at 100 health and JBA. Well, it was that fight from Bro that did bring him in the stance in which he currently stills. He got this bomb down in the middle of Monster. And that's where George just got eyes on, so that he knows that momentarily there's going to be the adjustment.
You got to collect that bomb. Oh, audio cue heard. Nitro is going to take it. And great trade from Exotic. George on the low health, giving the op. Not needed.
Wildcard, they wag back from where they were at the beginning of this half, which was aggressive towards A. They see into the rest of things. Trying to control what's outside of B. Peeping finds George out here. He's going to be leaving Carson alone. Nitro coming to spar, but unfortunately, he'll get put down. Just saw the hit on Exotic's back, but he whips back. JBA into place, but Bro, he gets taken down by Stan, rather Sonic, and Stan, he has a kill of his own. So this is done. This is dusted. And a really good adjustment by Wildcard, who have the tenacity to pull up connector and just take the fights.
Yeah, I mean, it's also one of the first times NRG has been that aggressive on A. It's a very tentative hold, and it all starts to fall apart when Peeping actually gets a kill that's towards B. George the one to go down to Peeping. And so NRG basically have to double down on that setup or either respond by rotating off. Nitro leans in on the connector, and that's where things start to fall apart. When Nitro goes down, there's just nothing for Exotic and Bro to do other than just fight until they can't no more.
To the same default they just had. Focusing on the B side of the map right now, Wildcard is. Sonic, this is so important because this is Sonic working alone right now on A. That's a much louder voice than necessarily what's actually there. Peeping, crawling through this monster tunnel, and he squares up George, but can't succeed. George had the backup anyhow. Off that kill, they back up on A.
NRG, they don't play this the same way. Wildcard might give them the same look, that same type of default, but Nitro more active in connector, forcing it back. A double nade. Oh my lord, Sonic! He rips the head off of Exotic.
Okay.
A searching AK sent into B, peeping, plummeting. But now Nitro, he's next up.
They just slow up. He knows what type of pace this is. He's called rounds just like it. The double, a duo that he just puts out. And a second layer that they won't be able to predict. They have Carson all the way shoved into the A corner. 30 seconds and counting. They may have to be a friend that approaches alone. We'll see how the Swede succeeds the pull, excuse me. Carson pops out and he gets a headshot, executes. JBA, he's sprinting up. And well, just can't fight back. Potentially grab this bomb, gets the headshot, has enough time! JBA with the bomb plant, and George doesn't think possible. He just dashes up in the way, has 19 HP, and the readjustment along. JBA, back currently turned, but now he turns attention. JBA squares up and now has to just pivot and adjust, but the sentry always hits his shots. Joshua Brood online, and he's got 6 for Wildcard.
Oh my lord.
Flash Long tells them a lot. And friend, gonna have to be perfect on this line. Spots Bro, and now curious as to the jump spot. Exotic still here at Divider. JBA so close. And Bro has just joined the party. Now here with Nitro rotated up as well. The Molotov, JBA is gonna have to burn through. Huge entry onto Bro, and they find Exotic with Nitro with a double himself, and then Carson pulls up with a kill. It's Friend that's gonna have to find this. Is Peeping now joins the project. This Molotov gives Nitro a chance to stand, but he finds Carson, and Friend has found a double. The pull pulls Wildcard back in this thing to a 7th himself, and his presence felt. A trio out here. And they have a 2-round lead headed out of the first half.
And Carson doing some heavy lifting. Bro has still not awoken after that massive nuke.
Out here. Oh my gosh. The duel pays off for Exotic. In the meantime, it's been Carson on the track, and he's been sprinting up to the site. Trying to find Sonic as Sonic bounces back and still as precise as he was. Alone, trying to investigate A in that T-half. He's caught up by George in the back lines. The rest of Wildcard is here. A trio to push out a bank.
Good secondary check from George. There's no kit in the moment here either, so they gotta speed up things, and Bro says goodbye. Another dink onto Peeping. That good should probably tell them all they need to know that this one's near over.
JBA flicks. JBA and Peeping are still in this. Just JBA now. And Bro just has to play ring around the rosy. And just a tap on, there's no time. No kit for JBA, but as precise today. That will be just a warning and a tease of what's to come in the second half. NRG have fended him off for now. We all saw this going a certain way. Thought it was going to be a 2-0 for Wildcard. No, you guys were facing the way of NRG, but none of us saw this go into 3. Peeping finds a Galil. He has Kevlar on him, so these numbers would just have to swallow up Carson, and they're all separated. So that can really just stand by. They see into that smoke and get that. JBA, let's see if he can hit a double here. On the 19 health, swinging out. That's on a USP. Brief man advantage. JBA cleaned up. It's all behind the dumpster and peeping. Well, that Khalil is now going to be in the hands of the in-game leader, who just got one shifting out towards truck, and they are doubting this. They are pressured, and they just got an audio cue. They hear Stan out towards truck, and now they're going to be investigating right into the bank. Stan is staring this down. He's got a headshot, and he turns it into a double. He cashes out. He steals this round of the vault of NRG. Walks out of the bank. He is not supposed to be who was alive there.
You can understand where they're coming from at the very minimum, but it's a painful mistake. Does NRG pick up the pace? Does execute? Oh, great flashes. Stan unaffected. Counter utility just as strong as Peeping arrives on scene.
Really good rotates, Peeping and JBA, they sing at the same time. And Friend has the candle blown out. It feels like Wildcard's rotations were faster than the B-Rush came through originally.
At the back end with NRG, now on pistols, now on nothing. Looking like Wildcard, it's one step forward and a couple more right afterward. NRG, it's a pistol win. It's something. They are not in the driver's seat any longer. It's Wildcard.
Sonic tapping away. Don't even make this one close. Sonic flashes his way in. He's giving him the fights for it. Serve him up. Bro's got this on the deagle. Friend, he just barely got Nitro around the wall. Barely missing, but pulling out the secondary, and he just pops ya. 50 seconds, and Bro will play keep away.
He's just hoping he can grab an extra head. Force a repurchase. Wildcard, they may have won the last couple of rounds, but their economy isn't exactly perfect. They can still be punished heavy, and that's one way to do it. Peeping. Always want to fight. Oh my lord, Bro.
Stop giving this man the opportunity to pick on a pixel. They audibly hear him now. Stan should have an easy kill, free kill. That just stole a whole lot more than it was originally meant to be intended. A little bit of room back to maneuver, but that means they're going to have to give up the A site. Sonic will set up Stan. They go out together. It's Sonic alone, though. Gives up his life. And it's a boost up by Peeping that is easily tracked. Stan fading out of this smoke. He's right on line with JBA. They have this on the ringer. Bro still has to swing. He's connecting these shots this time via the rifle. Friend, he's going mobile. USP pulled. Does not have a kid on his back, so he's going to have the clue about both of these positions on positive. Bro is not caught up. Bro is now just going to catch the head and take it right off. What a turnaround that he has had these last 3 rounds. 6 kills for the Great Dane. He's coming alive when it matters the most. Just toyed with you previously. So right here, they're chasing a ghost.
Gonna keep going though. That's a great flash. Sonic sends him in, and it's enough. And now Carson on notice. These ghosts, they're real.
Sheesh. Yeah, we're believing now. Sonic, he's here hunting him down, Peeping. Bit of a bold peek. But now on that bit of timing, with that bit of information, it's George that will see out of this monster tunnel. Smokes off short, but the quick adjustment. Wildcard, they have another play every time. Another reaction to whatever NRG's got. A great shot to pull back the man advantage. 30 seconds and walking this bomb all the way out. Exotic now has the backup and some utility. They can box this back towards short, but guess what? JBA has used his legs, walked all the way to Monster. Exotic active, almost connects to Friend. A couple of shots, so close to the head.
This is scary. This is really scary, actually, for Wildcard. They're on some off angles, basically everyone at A is sitting on a weird position, double aggression, and it's gonna work. Peeping, they're not ready whatsoever.
They get it done. It's a 5v1. The heat of the discussion, Vincent, the hectic offseason, they cool their own path into the very first competition, back with the 5. They push their way to a grand finals appearance, a chance to take it further in the Thunderpick World Championships, and NRG are stunned. They thought they had this one finished, knocked out with a blow that would stun with a 13-9 win on Nuke. But it's Wildcard that never give up. With the reverse sweep, they meet M80 tomorrow.